G'day, welcome back. Just thought I'd let you know on the 26th of April, I was laying on my bed and I had some pains in my chest, which I thought was really bad, like heartburn. And so I took some things that I thought might help the heartburn, some Gaviscon and some things like that. And after about an hour, it hadn't eased up. So I rang my partner and she took me up to the local hospital, the Pisano Hospital. I don't want to speak too badly of what went on, but basically they said to me, "Oh, your heart's fine, everything's okay," and they tried to give me some stuff that would help ease the pain of the heartburn. Anyway, it had been about 2 hours, and I said to my partner, "No, this is not right. We need to go to Pisano Hospital," which is it varies depending on traffic. 2.5 to 3 hour drive to get there. So we headed off, and I must admit it wasn't very comfortable. The pain was reasonable, and to be honest, I didn't think it was my heart because you hear all these stories about people having a heart attack and it's like a truck running over their chest and all that sort of thing. And I didn't have that. I didn't feel unwell. I wasn't sweaty. I didn't have any of the symptoms of a heart attack. But anyway, we made our way over to Pisano. It took, I don't know, between 2.5 and 3 hours to get there, and we went straight to the Bangkok Hospital. And they did the basic tests, booked me in, and the initial tests showed that I was suffering from acute myocardial infarction. And basically, I looked that up and it said heart attack. So I was actually having a heart attack. So they put me in intensive care. Oh no, sorry, Bangkok Hospital sort of stabilised me as best they could with everything and settled me down. The ICU was full, and the wards were full, so they didn't actually have a bed for me. But I've got a feeling that there's another hospital in Pisano that sort of specialises in hearts, I believe. So Bangkok Hospital transferred me over there. So I transferred over in an ambulance. Wasn't very far. I think it was only about 3 kilometres away. And put me into ICU. Bangkok Hospital transferred me to Pisano Hospital. I'm probably not saying that right, but it's I believe it may be a little bit better if you've had a heart attack or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that. So, but I was put into a separate room in ICU. Now I don't know whether that's because I was a foreigner or what, but I had my own room. They allowed my partner to come in and stay with me for long or extended periods of time. I don't believe you're allowed to do that in the open ICU ward. But going back to when I was admitted to Bangkok Hospital, I gave them my insurance card. I'm insured with Pacific Cross. And because originally I didn't think it was my heart, and with my health insurance, there was some exclusions. Now, I find this a little bit strange because I take 1 pill a day for cholesterol, and my cholesterol has been managed really well. So I've had it tested regularly, and my cholesterol has always been pretty good. But in their wisdom, Pacific Cross, when they found out that it was heart and not indigestion, they decided to decline all my insurance. So basically, the hospital said to me, "All right, we're going to need a 200,000 baht deposit." Now, luckily, what I do, when I first came to Thailand, I brought with me 3 credit cards. So they're for emergencies. I don't use them as credit cards. One I actually use as a debit card, which I put more money in than I need to, and I can draw off that and not have any penalties. So luckily I had a Bankwest credit card that would cover the 200,000 baht deposit. So I wasn't really worried about the money. I had no choice. The insurance didn't cover it. So, I had to fork out the money. So anyway, I was in the intensive care there for about 2.5 days, I think it was. What they did was they took me in, they took an x-ray of my heart. Not sure what they did with that, but then they said, look, you're going to need to have a stent put in. So they prepped me all up, took me in, put I don't know what you would call it, but this thing goes up through your arm and across into your heart, and they inflate a stent in there. I had 2 arteries that were damaged. The bigger one, they put the stent in. The smaller artery, they've just left, and they're treating that with medication. So all good. After about 2 hours or so after I had the stent put in, the pain went away. So the pain, I had the pain for about 24 hours all up. So it was quite a while, and luckily it wasn't 10 out of 10 pain, but it was like between 7 and 8 out of 10 pain for basically 24 hours. But couldn't ask for better treatment. They were fantastic. All the doctors were good. They could speak little bits of English, so we could communicate a bit. But blessing was that I had my partner with me, and they would talk to her and tell her, and then she would translate it back to me. Not everything translates that well back into English, but I got the idea of what was going on, and so all that was good. So after about 2.5 days, they transferred me to a normal ward. Really nice, very spacious. It was a single bed room. And they had a couch in there that they said my partner could stay if she wanted to. So she made up a bit of a makeshift bed and stayed with me. So that was good. The food was excellent. I'm a really fussy eater. I'll probably do a video on that one day, but the food was excellent. It was really, really nice. I could eat it. It was like Western food, if you like ham sandwiches. You could have an American breakfast if you wanted and all that. But one of the issues with my situation was that my blood sugar was really, really high. So they were actually treating me with insulin to get the blood sugar down. And I'm not sure about the cholesterol, but I think that's just the pills that I was normally taking were managing it okay anyway. So all in all, I survived, which I was pretty happy about. The bill at the end of the day, it was going to be 300,000 baht, but they, for some reason, I still don't know why, they gave me a 40,000 baht discount. Still don't understand that one, but any discount or any help was very very helpful to me. So I ended up paying about 270,000 baht for the whole procedure at the Pisano whatever it is, hospital. I think I paid another 7,000 or 8,000 baht in Bangkok Hospital, and I paid 1,400 baht at Pisano Hospital, which was a total waste of money. I suppose the message I have is that if you're living in a village in Thailand and you're a long way away from hospitals, be very careful with your local hospitals because they're just not set up. They're not prepared for any major incidents like that. I think they're good for cuts and bruises and, people falling off motorbikes and things like that, or a dog bite here and there. But the local hospital here was just a total waste of time. And to be honest, I've heard stories about a lot of people going there and dying, And I can actually understand now why people die there, because they just don't get diagnosed properly, and they don't get treated for what their actual medical problem is. So we did, I was there for about 5 days, I think, all up. They discharged me, and we did the drive home, and I got back home on the 1st of May, and it's still a fair drive, from Pisano back to Pahang Thai, Sam Yao. It's 2.5, 3 hours, but all's good. I have to go back in a month's time and see a couple of doctors. And this is another awkward thing about it, is because my appointment's 8 o'clock in the morning, I have to go there the day before, book a hotel, stay overnight, fast, do all that sort of stuff, and then go to hospital first thing in the morning. So I've got to do that at the end of May. And then depending on what they see and what happens and all that, I go back in another month's time, so in 2 months' time. So all in all, I survived. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm out of pocket, 280,000 baht, but at the end of the day, had to pay it, and I'm alive. So yeah, that's how it is. So. Okay then, just a video of my little experience with local hospitals and major hospitals here in Thailand, and some of the things with insurance companies too, I suppose. Just a word of warning, be very careful with them. I'll probably be changing my insurance company at the end of the year when my visa's up for renewal. I wasn't very happy with the way I was treated. So anyway, I know a lot of people like Pacific Cross, but maybe they haven't had the experience that I've had. So, all right then, I'll thank you for watching and say cheers. As I was leaving the hospital, they gave me this little present. It's like a little pillow, a little fluffy thing. So 280,000 baht, and you get one of these. So that's nice. The other thing also was during my stay, 5 days or whatever, I lost 4 kilos. So that's always handy to lose a little bit of weight. When I returned home back to the village, my partner's parents did a sort of like a blessing ceremony for, hoping that I will be in better health in the future. So that was quite interesting. Unfortunately, I didn't understand anything they said, but I'll take any help I can get in circumstances like this.